All right, welcome back. We caused quite a stir last week with our top 10 tight ends. We've been getting it good and bad from both sides, and we told you it was only going to get better. It's only going to get better. Today, we got the top 10 fantasy QBs going into the 2026 season. To my left, at the top, you got Hack. At the bottom, you got Justice for Taylor. This is the last week without football. We got preseason on Thursday. We
I
got the
can't wait.
Cardinals and the Panthers. Absolutely. On a bad note, before I do get into it for Hack, because he been sad all week, the wide receiver, Chris Brazzell from the Panthers, that's a UT Vol. He's out for the season with his LCL injury. So, Hack, how you holding up?
I'm all right. It sounds like he been hanging out with Traylon Burks.
Probably.
Mm.
But all right, man, let's get right into this before I knock my table over. Again, if I haven't told you the point scale or if you didn't see last week, we did 3 separate lists each, and we got a point scale to where we add all 3 other numbers up together. Where these players are drafted does not mean that's where we had them drafted initially. It's just where we came together on a point scale, and this is where they landed. But as we go along, you will see and understand why. All right. So at number 10, we got Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes missed the last 3 games of the season with a torn ACL. Before, even though he did get hurt, he was 5th in rushing yards. He was tied for 5th in rushing touchdowns. He was 12th in passing yards and 17th in touchdown passes. Coming into this next season, right now they're saying he's good to go. He's at training camp. He should be ready week 1. The Chiefs have the 5th hardest schedule this week. I don't believe did either one of y'all have him in y'all top 10? I think I had him like maybe 6.
I didn't have him in there at all.
You didn't either?
Nah.
Nope.
Okay, so this is my pick. So if I had to explain somebody why I have Patrick Mahomes in my top 10, again, for the same reasons why he's top 10 in all these categories, pretty much, he's going to have to run. I don't know if he's going to trust that knee. I think they say Kansas City got a good offensive line. I question it. We're going to see. But if Patrick Mahomes being the competitor that he is, I don't have no reason to not think Patrick Mahomes can be a top 10 quarterback. The stats with it, I think he's going to try to go deep with Thornton. I think he's going to try to go deep with Worthy, unless they use Worthy as a gadget guy. The best thing to happen to Patrick Mahomes this offseason is they got Kenneth Walker. He's not going to have to run the ball as much. You're going to have to respect that run, which is why I'm pretty high. I'm not too high on Travis Kelce, but I think he got one more decent season in him before he ride off with the Swifty, the captain of the Swifty, should I say. Uh, with that being said, y'all didn't have me in your top 10, so
I
why?
didn't, but I had reasons. One, I don't think that he's going to be fully healthy right away. Yeah, they say he's cleared to go, but when you hurt yourself, sometimes when you come back, you don't have that same confidence that you had before. I don't think the offensive line is as good as they say it is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The man just lost Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco, but yet they got Kenneth Walker. He's not a third down back. So who's their third down back this year? They lost Juju Smith Schuster. They also lost Hollywood Brown. You got Travis Kelsey came in training camp, looked like he a little bit out of shape, enjoying the married life a little too much. But
Mm-hmm.
that's nothing. He's a professional. He'll get back. He does have Tyquan Thornton. That is a plus. They brought him back. Will Rasheed Rice stay healthy? Who knows? And Xavier
Healthy.
Worthy,
Will he
I mean,
stay
not healthy.
free?
Will he stay out of jail? I'm sorry. You knew what I meant. But and then Xavier Worthy, he needs a breakout year this year, um, in my opinion, for Mahomes to be in the top 10. So it's a possibility that he could finish in the top 10. Just right now, I don't have him there.
What you got, John?
This is my thing with Patrick Mahomes. If the other team just scored and they kick off the ball to Kansas City and they pent down behind the 10-yard line, and you got a minute and a half left, and you need a quarterback to either tie the game or win the game, that's Patrick Mahomes. He's one of the best real life quarterbacks that we got. But sometimes being a real life quarterback don't equate to fantasy points in fantasy football. That's pretty much all I got, just to keep it short and sweet.
I tell
On
you why I got him higher than y'all. The defense ain't gonna be that good, so he gonna be. They're not going to be as dominant as they have been. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be good. If they not on the field, 15 gonna be on the field. I agree. Now, when you have these ACL injuries, especially when you're a mobile quarterback, like you said, it's up here at this point. If you physically 100%, you got to get mentally 100%. So I agree on that. But I think he gonna look like the Patrick Mahomes from 4 years ago. If I'm betting on somebody to come back and prove everybody wrong, it's gonna be 15. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
He
I'm big on it.
he got a half a billion reasons why he needs to.
in that aspect, I can understand why he's in your top 10 for one simple reason. Eric Bieniemy is back in the building, and he is holding that offense accountable right now in training camp. And if they make mistake, he'll take the first team out and put the second team in. Y'all get in
Yep.
here and show him how it's done. He's holding people accountable in that building. So Patrick Mahomes might finish in the top 10. You never know.
Yep. All right, so we got number 9, his division mate. We got Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert last season finished second in rush yards, tied for 14th in rushing touchdowns. He was ninth in passing yards, seventh in touchdown passes, and because I guess it's the AFC West, they have a top 10 hard schedule too. Their schedule is ranked number 9. One of the things that interests me about Justin Herbert is Mike McDaniel being the offensive coordinator. I like Mike McDaniel. I didn't like the job, whatever they said happened in Miami, whatever, but I like Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator for Justin Herbert. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, all the best players on his offensive line got hurt last season. Joe Alt got hurt. Rashawn Slater, I think he tore his patella tendon in training camp, so he didn't play the whole season. They had a top 5 offensive line going into last season, and they got all that back. The one thing I am interested to see, Lad McConkey fell off last season, completely fell off last season. Keenan Allen, as of right now, he's not on the team. So you got Quentin Johnston, and you got Keenan Allen, and you got Aronde Gaston Jr. And I didn't put him in my top 10 tight end because they got Njoku. But I do like this offense, though. I think this offense can be pretty damn good because I'm really high on Amarion Hampton. That's who I'm really high on this offense.
Well, I had him at actually I had him at number 10 on my list.
Okay.
So I did not have him higher. But I think him losing Keenan Allen does hurt him a little bit. Getting Njoku does help him. Mike
Mm-hmm.
McDaniel coming in, that will also help him. Trey Harris is gonna have a breakout year this year. Lad McConkey, he's gonna get his touches back. Keenan Allen took some of them last year. Quentin Johnson started to break out last year and be the first round player that we thought he would be. And then, like you said, Amarion Hampton, if he stays healthy, that's gonna get the running game going. I do like Justin Herbert. I just don't like him higher than 9 or 10.
A few years back, when you had Tua, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Devon Achane, Miami Dolphins averaged 28 points a game. 28 points. Now, I'm not saying that that talent is at the Chargers, but they have good talent. They have Lad McConkey. They had Quentin Johnson. They started his first year, he wasn't catching no touchdowns. Now, 2 years in a row, he's catching touchdowns now. They have Keaton Mitchell that they just picked up. Mike McDaniel's seen something in Keaton Mitchell. I'm not saying it's gonna be a 1-2 punch like Chan and Mostert. You got Trey Harris that they said is progressing. And just just like what Mike said alone, I mean, Mike McDaniels, he can strictly focus on this offense, man. He can strictly focus on this offense. And if Justin Herbert, he get nicked and necked a lot. So if he can stay healthy and he don't hurt his thumb or hurt his hand or something like that, if they
Mm-hmm.
with that offensive line being healthy and he have time in their pocket, they can score points
Yeah.
in bunches. And that's why I got him up there with that small rushing upside too, man. You always want quarterbacks, man, that got a little rushing upside. That's all I got.
Thing with the AFC West, they had 3 defenses in the top 10 last year. So if you can score some points over there, you can score some points anywhere.
They got to play Denver twice.
They got to play Denver twice. And then, over there, you got to go to cold ass Arrowhead and you got to go to cold ass Denver. So, and you got 2 bye weeks extra because you got to go play the Raiders. But man, so we move on. This is an interesting pick. We got Caleb Williams, number 8. He was 8th in rushing yards last season. When I say these ranks, they are among quarterbacks, by the way. He was 8th in rushing yards, 13th in rushing touchdowns, 7th in passing yards, and 6th in touchdown passes. I like this offense. Hack, you had him the highest.
I like the fact that he's going into his second year in Ben Johnson's offense, and you could see towards the end of the year that he was starting to get more comfortable in that offense, and he was instead of forcing decisions, he was naturally making decisions. So maybe with a full training camp, with knowing the offense, getting everybody else acclimated, taking control of his team, he'll play a little better. Although they did lose DJ Moore, they lost Devin DuVernay, and they lost I can't say his first name, Zacchaeus.
Alama
Those
Day
were yeah, that guy right there, him there. But they still have Luther Burden, they still have Roma Dunze, they got Colston Loveland, and they got Cole Komet. They just need some more depth at wide receiver because if Burden or Dunze get hurt, that's gonna hurt his chances right there.
And both are unproven too. And I think that's the problem. You don't know. You really don't know which one is the one. Dunze was hurt. He had a good first few weeks, and then he got injured. He kind of fell off. Burden had a few good latter weeks later on in the season, but he was hurt at the beginning of the season. So you really just don't know. I think at this point we all just kind of I think we more trust in Ben Johnson than we trust in
Yes,
anything.
yes.
So go ahead, John. They third wide receiver is Khalif Raymond.
Yeah, I
So
guess
they don't have no depth.
He's
just
a
to
return
piggyback,
man.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just to piggyback on y'all too. I'm gonna add another rebuttal. You mentioned that they have one of the hardest schedules this year. Y'all seen more times than none that Caleb Williams held the ball a lot. He held the ball. He would spin out. He would make some spectacular plays, guys. I'm not taking that from him, but you start playing some of those top 10 defenses, you start to spin around, your ass gonna get creamed. I
Yep.
think he needs to go through his progressions a little bit, a little bit quicker and stop holding on to that ball long because some of those plays was great. He won some games, but as those defenses start to figure out what you're doing, man, you keep on doing those spins and them cuts and stuff, you gonna cut into somebody and you might be on the grass, man.
One more thing about Caleb Williams, he starts so slow. It's like he don't wake up until the fourth quarter and then he go crazy.
Yeah,
You do that
that'll
shit
catch
this
up with.
season,
Yeah,
they
it's
gonna
gonna
fuck
catch up
around.
to
They'll
you.
be 6-11.
Yeah, it'll catch up to you. Catch up
Yeah.
to you, fam.
All right. So moving on, man. We got number 7. It's Jaden Daniels. I didn't think it was fair for me. So what I wrote for Jaden Daniels is he missed 10 games, and this season coming up, they have a middle of the pack schedule. I didn't write his stats because it's not fair. He was in and out of games. He was injured. He was trying to play. So I like Jade. I'm just gonna go off what I know about Jaden Daniels. He's had 2 seasons. He had one horrible season, and he had his rookie season. He is talented. I don't think they got him too much help on the offensive side. If he's healthy, I think he's gonna get a lot of rushing yards. He may get close to 1,000 rushing yards in this offense. It's gonna be interesting to see. I'm not really big on McLaurin like a lot of people are for him to be
Okay.
your wide receiver one. I think they should have went out and got at least tried to get another wide receiver two. Like we said, they drafted Antonio Williams in the second round. They got Chiga Conquo. Um, I think he's gonna be good. That's about all I got.
I had him there in that list for a simple fact of, like you said, potential. They brought back Diami Brown. He was with Jacksonville last year. He's more of a wide receiver number 3. He's not a wide receiver number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Traylon Burks, he shows flashes of potential, but then he gets hurt the next play, and he stays hurt.
Yep.
They added Van Jefferson, who is to me washed up, almost out of the league. They added Rashad White, who's going to be the third down back. They added Chiga Guancro. That's going to be his safety outlet. Terry McLaurin is still there. They just brought in a new offensive coordinator in David Blau. They lost Austin Eckler. They lost Noah Brown. They lost Debo Samuels. They lost Zach Ertz. It's too much up in the air with this offense right now, and we don't know what it's going to really look like.
Mm-hmm.
But either way it goes, if he stays healthy, he's going to get some passing yards. He's going to get some rushing yards. He's going to be a good option.
Man, we can go on to the next one. 2 words, Chiga Conquo, baby. That's why I got Jaden Daniels at number 7. Chiga Conquo. Let's go.
All right.
Number 6. Number 6, we got Jalen Hurts. He was
I ain't gonna
6th
even
in
say
rushing
nothing.
yards last season, 4th in rushing touchdowns last season, 16th in passing yards, tied for 9th in touchdown passes. They got the 10th easiest schedule this season.
This is what I'm gonna say about Jalen Hurts, man. Elite talent, very focused, very disciplined out there on the field. I mean, he's one of those. He's one of those real life quarterbacks, man. You know what I'm saying? The tush push has gone down over the past 2 years. And he only ended up, I think I was talking to Mike earlier. He only ended up with like 8 rushing touchdowns this year or something like that. But what I guess with me, when you have a team that has a great defense like Philly, they won a lot of games, and Jalen Hurts only had to be a game manager. You know what I'm saying? The defense was spectacular, man. Those DBs that Philly got, you know, their defensive line, the linebackers and stuff like that, man. Sirianni, just run the ball, throw the ball a little bit, win the game. You win by 1, 21-20, 19-17. That just to me, that just doesn't equate to fantasy points to me. Now, Lane Johnson is coming back. They have, I think, the number 1 or the number 2 offensive line. So, you know, I'm not trying to speak ahead. I got Saquon in my top 10. I'm not gonna tell y'all where I got him at. I just feel like, man, running the ball and good defense and Jalen Hurts making a few plays here and there. I That's why I got him where I got him. Elite talent though.
So AJ Brown is gone. He is now with the Patriots. Sometimes you have to get rid of somebody in your locker room, whether they're an all-star or not, to progress. They also don't have Jahan Dotson this year. He is I forgot where he went to Atlanta, I believe. But they picked up Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, Dontavian Wicks. Those are 3 receivers that fill several roles on the team. And Dontavian Wicks is looking good in training camp. I know pads are not on, but he's looking real good in training camp. They still got Devontae Smith. Nick Sirianni is under pressure. Now, when you have a quarterback who's getting paid all this money, and then you have a head coach, and you're not winning, or things are not going right, who goes? The quarterback or the coach?
Both.
I th- uh, I
In
I
this
think
situation, that's what it seemed like.
I think Sirianni needs to take the what do you call it? Take the training wheels off. Let this man go and play football. He's got a new offensive coordinator in Sean Manning. Let the guy play. Let him get the people the ball.
Let
I
me
got
let
a
me ask you
question.
a
I got
question.
a question.
I got a
Me
question for
too.
you, Mike.
Me too.
I got a question, Mike.
What's the question?
Why y'all have a good team? Why do y'all feel like y'all been in the Super Bowl? What 4 out of 5, three
That
out
was
of
the
the
question that I was about to ask. How is
like
it going bad when he's the most successful quarterback that we
yeah,
finna talk about?
and that's the thing with me. Like it's one of those things with me, and it's like Philadelphia is a great team. Have one of the best general managers. I
The
mean,
one,
you put the
the
best.
best.
You know,
That's
you
my
got this,
question.
you got this guy, and I'm not trying to use a basketball reference, but you got the general manager for Hulk AC. Those are like the number one in the 1A and 1A of basketball and football. So
Yes.
the thing is, I don't I don't think it's gonna be a coach quarterback change. I mean, I just think they just need to fix the small things that they need to fix. I don't know. I guess I'm just I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking out
Phil-
loud. But go ahead.
Phil-
Go ahead.
Philadelphia is the hardest city to be in because they fans are hard on not only other teams, they hard on their team also.
Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, it's really not nothing for me to say. He had a bad season and he finished sixth in rushing yards, fourth in rushing touchdowns. If he run one more touchdown, he's tied for second. He was 16th in passing yards on a bad year. He's carried 2,000-yard receivers. He's carried a Pro Bowl tight end and a 2,000-yard running back. I don't know I mean, he was ninth in touchdown passes. He's top 10 in everything that I just said except for passing yards. He had 3,200 passing yards, and 1,000 of it went to A.J. Brown, and 1,000 of it went to Devontae Smith, and 11 of those touchdown passes out of those 25 went to Dallas Goedert, which was tied for Trey McBride. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, goes to the playoffs every year, wins the division. I don't know what else to tell you. If he ain't, if he's not, he's going to probably beat every person in on this top 10 list because he has. I think except for Caleb Williams. I don't know what else to tell you. On a bad year, if he did that, what most of these guys ain't gonna do, I don't know what to tell you. But we got number 5. We got Joe Burrow. I did not write no stats for Joe Burrow. He missed 9 games. I'm not doing that. He
Joe
has the
Burrow.
third easiest schedule this season. He got Jamar Chase and he got T. Higgins. There's really nothing else to be said. And he got Chase Brown. He's probably the only true drop back passer that's not going. He does run, but out of this top 10, he's probably the one drop back passer that we all have. And he belong if he's healthy, Joe Burrow gonna do what Joe Burrow do.
Man, that
He
man
just
is ice cold, man. I would say out of these quarterbacks, besides my number one quarterback that we'll talk about in a minute. Out of all of these quarterbacks, even the one we're gonna talk about that I'm real high on, he's the only one in this top 10 I feel like can get 5,000 yards and 45 touchdowns, man. If he's healthy. He is a killer on the field. What me and you was talking about a couple years ago, man, they finna mess around and let Cincinnati make the playoffs. You seen how Joe Burrow was playing when he got healthy and came back? You know what I'm saying? You won a fantasy championship with him. Like the man is ice cold. That's really the only thing I gotta say about him too, man. T, whatever you gotta add on to it, T, man. That man is cold.
I had him at number 6, and the only reason, actually, it's two reasons that I did not have him in my top 5. One, is the injury. He's coming back from that. How well he's going to do is still up in the air. He still plays for Cincinnati, so they got to protect this man. Two, is his heart still in it? That's what I really want to know. I need him to come back and show me that his heart is still in it because there was a lot of questions of whether he even wanted to be playing football or if he wanted to be in Cincinnati last year.
He don't
If
want to
he
be in
come
Cincinnati.
if he comes in and he's ready to play and his mind and heart is in it, with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins on each side, then you got Yoshi Bosch, and then you got Jaceki, and then you got Chase Brown catching the balls out of the backfield. You top five regardless.
He wants to play. I just think he's sick of losing. He's sick of Cincinnati. But I mean, he got to take some of the blame for this because they gave you what you wanted, and giving you
Mm-hmm.
what you wanted, they can't build an offensive line and pay two wide receivers 40 million dollars.
You right.
And,
So
and
you got to take some culpability in that. All right, so moving in, number 4 is my guy, Lamar Jackson. He missed 4 games last season. 12th in rushing yards. That's gonna change. Tied for 14th in rushing touchdowns. That's gonna change. 18th in touchdown passes. They got the ninth easiest schedule. The number one thing that bothers me about Lamar is they let go of Tyler Linderbaum, one of the best centers in the game. Eventually, Derrick Henry is gonna have to. I ain't saying he gonna fall off a cliff, but eventually, this man gonna have to return back to being human.
He gets stung
Eventually,
every year.
we say this every year. This man just keep going. He's literally a machine. I like Lamar Jackson. We talked about this morning. One of the things I think Lamar Jackson has never had, as much as I like Zay Flowers, he's never just had that go-to big time receiver. Zay Flowers is cool. I kept telling everybody, AJ Brown wanted to take his ass to New England. I always said I thought this would be the perfect place for AJ Brown. I thought he would have flourished here. Zay Flowers, AJ Brown, Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. I think this would have been the perfect place for him. He won in New England. He got it. So I will say this though. I had him number 2. Hack, you had him number 7. And surprisingly, for those viewers who watch our show, uh, John said something last week about drafting Jaden Daniels above Lamar Jackson, but mistakenly he put Jaden Daniels number 7 and Lamar Jackson number 5. So,
Go and defend yourself, John.
I
I'm gonna let you
absolutely.
go ahead and defend yourself.
I'm defending myself because I was just a dupe, man. Like, look, this is Lamar Jackson, man.
You was a what?
A dupe. I was a dope. It was a bad call. I put my list the way I put my list. Two things, two rebuttals on Lamar Jackson, man. New head coach, new OC.
Yep.
Um, you
Who was
know, like
AOC? My bad.
I don't even know. Look that up for us, T, real quick while I'm
All
giving my
right.
points.
Yeah, go ahead, John. My bad.
So Lamar Jackson, man, he has won me. It was one year, man. He won me like $1,500 in fantasy, man. Lamar Jackson is a top tier quarterback. Um, Mike, he took my talking points out of my mouth. He does not have that 6'4", 215-pound end zone target, man, where he can just Mark Andrews 30, man, 30 something years. Like he's old, man. Like I,
Mm-hmm.
I you know what I'm saying? And the thing about Lamar Jackson, another thing that he said earlier when we was talking, man, he tends to want to do a lot with that ball too. And if they cloud Zay Flowers and he can't dump it off to Derrick Henry or something like that, I mean, and Mark Andrews is out, like, what is he doing with the ball? It's absolutely dust in those other two wide receivers, man, that they got, man. A lot of no names. I know they drafted somebody. Hopefully, he comes into fruition or whatever. But I like Lamar Jackson. I'm just nervous about the new head coach and the new OC, what the system is going to be. you know, he's 29 years old. He still got a lot of life left in him. Um, that's why I had him at number 5, just because of the unknown. We don't know how this new system gonna be in Baltimore.
I think the one thing that hurt Lamar Jackson is he's so dynamic, and this is with a lot of quarterbacks. He's so dynamic that he'll pass up a good play, a simple good play to try to make a great play. And sometimes, throw the ball away. He has a lot of strip fumbles and a lot of strip sacks, should I say. Sometimes, man, you just got to make the simple play. And I think this year, I think getting older, being banged up, sometimes you got to get hurt, and it'll make you chill out with all that shit for a second. So he's still dynamic, man. That's still my guy. It's always gonna be between him and Josh Allen for me for
Me
now.
putting him at number 7 is not a knock on him. He was put at number 7 because of all the uncertainty. Yes, you got a new head coach coming in, Jesse Mentor. You got a new offensive coordinator, which is Declan Doyle. He was Chicago's offensive coordinator last year, although Ben Johnson called the plays. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a plus. You got
Yeah.
somebody coming in with a good system, but you learn a new system. You are getting up there in age a little bit, so you got to show that you're that passer that you were when you were at Louisville. You've been more of a running quarterback per se the past few years. That man can pass the ball. It's time to show it. Derrick Henry, he's going to get the ball. He doesn't have a true number 1 because he has Zay Flowers and he has Rashad Bateman. Mark Henry is still good, but not great. And then they let Isaiah Likely go this year.
So
Yeah.
before he got hurt at the first part of the season, he had over 20. I think he was averaging 27 points per game those first 4 or 5 games before he got hurt. So he was doing good. He tailed off at the end. He was injured, of course, and I mean, shit, it happens.
You got to protect him and keep him healthy.
Gotta protect them. Gotta protect them. All right, so we moving on to number 3. Number 3 is one I've been arguing all week, and it's not for the reasons that you think I would be arguing. It is Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence was number 10 on my list. I told you I like to be a year behind. He was number 2 on your list, Heck. He was number 1 on John's list. I tell you why I had Trevor Lawrence number 10. I really don't trust quarterbacks that Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback 1 the last 10 weeks of the season. He was 10th in rushing yards. He was 3rd in rushing touchdowns. He was 6th in passing yards. He was 5th in touchdown passes. They got the 11th easiest schedule. Lamar Jackson was hurt. Joe Burrow was hurt. Jaden Daniels was hurt. If all of them was healthy, would he have really finished that high? And it's not taking nothing away from Trevor Lawrence. Those last 10 weeks, he was on one. But my question is, did he run too hot? He was going off every game. Now, if you believe that if you can convince yourself and others that he is that high, that's great. I don't believe that he can play like that for a whole season. I don't. That's just me. Those rushing touchdowns is gonna come down because they're not gonna put this guy in harm's way like they did last season. You got a new running back. Travis Etienne is gone. You got Bashal Tootin. I don't know how that's really gonna play out. Parker Washington. I don't know what they're gonna do with Travis Hunter. And then also, I'm not sold on Brian Thomas Jr. Don't know how that's gonna look. I like Jacoby Myers. I like Parker Washington. I'm questionable about Hunter because I don't know if he's gonna play that much on the offensive side. And BTJ, I don't know. Now, what I will say, that 4,000 yards that he passed for, I think he can get up to. I think he can get up to like 43, 4,400 yards and 35 touchdowns. I give him more on passing than I do rushing. That's my argument for him. I think he can get up to QB5. I don't know about QB1.
Yeah, I don't know about QB1. We all know who QB1 gonna be. But me personally, I like Trevor Lawrence in this spot for the simple fact, actually for the same reason I think Will Levis should be the backup quarterback in Jacksonville. Liam Cohen. This guy came in and there was a point in one game where it looked like him and Trevor Lawrence was arguing, but from that moment on, it's like they got on the same page. They clicked. Trevor Lawrence bought in, and it seemed like Liam Cohen brought out the best in Trevor Lawrence. He started playing like that number one pick that we all expected him to be, the golden boy, or whatever you want to call him. They
Mm-hmm.
got Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers made that offense a lot better than it was because, like we said, Brian Thomas, he disappeared. You're a first round pick. It's time to step up and show why you're a first round pick. They've got like Parker Washington. They've got they got Travis Hunter. So you got pretty good wide receivers, and then you got Brendan Strange. Brendan Strange was actually my dark horse tight end that didn't make it in my top 10. He's gonna be a pretty good piece for them.
I'm scared of his. He got to come down off these sacks. That was my other point. I don't want him to get hurt. That's why I think. Lynn Cohen. I think after that bye week when they won them 8 in a row, I think you kind of seen the potential. I'm not saying that he's not gonna run, but this dude, he can throw the damn football, man. This dude can throw the ball more than the running is a bonus, but this dude he can spin it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. My bad. I ain't mean
No,
to
you
cut you
good,
off.
man. Hey, great points, man. Great points. This is my thing with Trevor Lawrence, man. We had an earlier podcast earlier, I think back in May, where I talked about Jacksonville. Um, if you go to the bonus room podcast and listen to my homies Mike, my homies Mike's Titans breakdown with the guy, Mr. Mike Patton, I have to respectfully disagree with his ass by saying he got Jacksonville third coming out the AFC. I mean, what are we even talking about? Man, you got a 26 and a half year old quarterback that had 4,000 yards, 25 yards passing, 9 rushing touchdowns. Liam Cohen with Baker Mayfield, he had 4,500 yards, 41 passing touchdowns, 378 rushing yards. He had 106 passer rate. Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence are together like Taylor Swift and Travis. They are holy matrimony. Liam Cohen is going to start his own tree, just like his own offensive tree, like the Shanahans and the McVays. This dude is an offensive genius, man. Like, what are we talking about? If this guy stays healthy, he can be the overall number one guy. He has weapons and he has a play caller, man. He looks good and he's still young. He's still young, man. And then on top of this, we talking about fantasy. So you mean to tell me, I'm asking y'all two guys, just hypothetical. You mean to tell me that you can potentially from rounds 1 through 7 get your running backs position filled, get your receiver position filled, potentially get you a mid-tier tight end, and then in the 8th round grab Trevor Lawrence? I mean, what the hell are we talking about? You can potentially have the number one quarterback in the 8th or the 9th round of your fantasy draft, man, and be straight.
Number 2, we got Drake May. We was all high on Drake May. I think y'all had him third. Both of y'all
Yeah.
had him third. I had him fourth.
Yep.
hmm
He just got a new weapon. Actually, he got 2 new weapons. Actually, he got Romeo Dobbs and AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
He was 4th in rushing yards last season. He was 9th in touchdown passes. One of the things I need, I guess I 9th in rushing touchdowns, should I say. But he was still 4th in rushing yards. He had 450 yards. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. 4th in passing yards, 3rd in touchdown passes. The thing that does give me cause for pause is they got one of the hardest schedules this season. Last year they had one of the easiest schedules. They rolled that schedule all the way to the Super Bowl. Uh, this year they got top five, and I would say six if you look at it. They got the sixth hardest schedule this season. That's the only thing that gives me kind of a pause for him. Um, I still like him though. He's still young. He's mobile. He another one that can throw the ball around. He gonna have to duke it out with our number one twice a year. So I'm with y'all. Whatever y'all say, I'm gonna agree with because we all like Drake May. I really don't have no disagreements with whatever y'all gonna say, unless y'all say something crazy.
Yeah. I'ma just
Go
say,
ahead,
man,
John.
nah, yeah, that man's tough, man. I like Drake May. He's tough. Um, he doesn't dwell on his mistakes. He got more weapons. He got two great running backs. He got Ramondre and Travion Henderson. Um, got a decent tight end, a decent offensive line, questionable head coach, but he is a player's coach. Shout out, shout out.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hey man, but hey, Drake May, I really like him, man. He's good. He's good in the pocket. He will take off running. He's real tough. He's been durable so far. Um, we just gonna have to see, man. Shout out to Josh McDaniels too, man, for really implementing
I,
him in his he Josh McDaniels, one of the greatest offensive coordinators because he plays to his quarterback strengths. Not a good head coach, but a hell of an OC, man. That's
I
all I
was
got.
just about to say how y'all think about Liam Cohen is how I think about
Yep.
Josh McDaniels. Go ahead, Heck.
And exactly what you said, John, is why I had Drake May that high. He's going into his second year in this Josh McDaniels offense, so he's only going to get a little more comfortable. Now he has a legit number one and number two. Pop Douglas is an okay number three. You got a running game with Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson, and you still got Hunter Henry.
Mm-hmm.
He's offensive line seems to be healthy. They drafted some more help at offensive line. I mean, he's in a growing phase. So if he's bought in and he's continuing to learn and continue to grow, top five, top three potential right there.
If he can navigate through this hard schedule and put up these same numbers, man, shit, he'll be right back where he is. He just gonna keep on rising in the draft.
People watch multiple shows like ours and other shows, and they start to digest the information that they gather because they may not continuously watch sports or be bought in like we are. And the more they hear, the more it resonates with them. And then they're like, you know what? You might be right. Let me go ahead and draft this person right here. And it just raises them up the board each time.
So we all know who number one is. It's Josh Allen. He's been number one for a while. He led the quarterbacks in rushing yards by over 100 some yards, I think. Had 14 rushing touchdowns. It's funny how they ridiculed Jalen Hurts for using the tush push. Now Josh Allen is using it. They didn't even vote to ban it no more. That's crazy. 11th in passing yards, ninth in touchdown passes. I was looking at Josh Allen's stats. His passing yards continue to go down, but it's like his rushing yards stay about the same. But he's still QB1. He got a new toy, got DJ Moore. They have the eighth hardest schedule, so they got a pretty tough schedule too, but they always pretty much got a tough schedule. So it's Josh Allen. I mean, whatever. I mean, I think we all pretty much had. Hack, you had him one. I had him one. I think John
Two.
had him two. So I mean, it's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh, he's got the continuity with his offense coordinator. Well, his head coach used to be his offense coordinator, so he's got that
Yep.
continuity there. He's got another weapon in DJ Moore. They brought Dawson Knox back. Dalton Kincaid is still there. He's got Keon Coleman who needs to step up. This
Mm-hmm.
past year, he had a lot of jobs, a lot of mental lapses. He needs to get it together and come complete this year and actually play football. If he can do that and a little secure, have a year like he's had the past couple of years, Josh Allen's gonna be all right.
I mean, this guy is pretty much a running back with an arm, man. How many how many times have you seen people cash Josh Allen 2 rushing touchdowns? You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, they don't do the tush push. Josh Allen just if he on the three, he ain't tush pushing. He running that thing in, man. He got grit. He tough. Um, he loved Buffalo, man. He loved playing for Buffalo, man, and they love him there. And I mean, I can't argue with y'all in the number one. I just have my own number one.
which
So
is understandable.
we got a little extra time. So we
All
all
right.
had one person that did not make it into the top 10. John, yours was Kyler Murray.
Uh-uh.
Hack, yours was
I
Matthew
don't want
Stafford.
I
Huh?
don't want mine to be Kyler Murray.
Who you wanted to be?
It was on paper.
I don't want mine to be Kyler Murray.
I don't. Kyler Murray was literally right outside of my top 10 until I seen that he ain't beat out JJ McCarthy yet. I'm like, what the hell you
Yeah.
mean he ain't beat out JJ McCarthy yet?
Yeah. I want well y'all go ahead. Who you got, Mike?
Well, Hacks was Matthew Stafford, which he
Yeah.
finished QB2. I don't have no problem with that. I mean, you
Yeah.
got and what some people say the number one overall wide receiver. I still say Chase. I had Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Dak
I
Prescott
got one
healthy,
too.
he always finished in the top 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it not a bad list. We was talking this morning. Jared Goff, for
Yep.
whatever reason,
That's it.
always finishes near top five or in the top five, but he's never in nobody's top 10.
I that
So
was my other mistake. I wanted if it was one quarterback that I wanted and I should have probably pressed y'all for it, I would replace Patrick Mahomes with Jared Goff. 12 out of 16 games are going to be in domes. That is Jared Goff's safe haven. He can easily throw for 4,500 yards. We're going to have Amon St. Brown as a top three wide receiver. He got the number one running back in fantasy. You got Jameson Williams. You got to recover Sam Laporta. I mean, I that's on me. You know, I would have put Jared Goff at number 10 outside. What about y'all two? Matt,
Dak,
in that, so you got Dak. Would you have Dak, Stafford, Goff in that order?
probably.
What about you?
No, I think Dak, Goff, Stafford.
What
I
about
mean,
Nothing
you?
against
honestly,
Stafford, but yeah.
honestly, you could throw a name in a hat and pull it out, and it'll be different 3 times, but it could
Yeah,
definitely not be wrong either time.
yeah.
Which one should we do next? Running backs or wide receivers?
Whichever one, it don't matter. But out of those 3 quarterbacks right there, you could put either 3 in the top 10, and you won't get an argument out of me at all because all 3 of them are deserving.
What about Pat? Would y'all so you taking Dak? Would you take them three over Patrick Mahomes, or would you still want Patrick Mahomes in your
No,
top 10?
I may take Dak over Patrick Mahomes,
What about you,
which
T?
contradicts my list, but he got George Pickens and CD, and his defense is awful. Now,
I,
unless they get better this year, but their defense is awful, and Dak
Mm,
just gonna throw the ball every goddamn well. That's
yeah,
just that's what gives him that edge for me. In
yeah,
Detroit, Jared Goff throws the ball. They're in domes. They're a fast paced offense.
yeah,
Jameer Gibbs can probably be this era's LaDainian Tomlinson. He that good.
yeah.
We
you know,
argue
I
about huh?
I'll say it. I'll take either 3 of those over Patrick Mahomes this year. And then if I was wrong, I'll admit that I was wrong. But right now, I feel like either 3 of them is better than what Patrick Mahomes is at the moment because of the uncertainty.
Yeah, I mean they all healthy.
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, but if he come back
If
and he healthy and he motivated,
I'll be making apologies at the end of the year.
Yeah. What you got, T? Any tips about drafting quarterback?
Not necessarily draft the quarterbacks, but you have to pay attention to what's falling off the board and what's left on the board. What are
Mhm.
your needs? If you notice that there's a run on quarterbacks and you still need a quarterback and there's not much quality left, you have to go out and get your quarterback because you do want something quality.
I appreciate y'all. That wraps up our top 10 quarterback list. Next week, we will be doing the top 10 running backs. So that'll be interesting. Signing off for Hack John and myself. Thank y'all for tuning in to Pushing the Lines, man. We will see y'all next week.